Hello everyone, my name is Alexandra and I'm from the Netherlands, the city called Tilburg. It's on the south of the country, closer to Belgium. So for those who don't know. In today's topic, I want to talk to you a little bit more about Dutch and American mentality in comparison. Why I can talk about these things. First of all, because I have spent a couple of years living in New York City, and I have been living in the Netherlands for 4 years now. I'm married to a Dutchman and we have a son together and 2 lovely pets, by the way. I have an experience living in these countries, and I have been experiencing 2 completely different mentalities. I myself come from Russia, from Moscow, and a lot of Russian people like to think of Western countries as sort of like a one nation, you know, people who think so much alike on the same topics, but this is totally untrue. And in this video I want you to learn more about these cultural differences that I had a chance to experience. Okay, let's begin. First, I want to talk about Dutch culture, because this is the country I've been living in the most. And what is so special about Dutch culture, about Dutch people and the things they believe in? First of all, it's a social thinking. Dutch people really are not that individualistic as American people. They really think in terms of, you know, social stuff, you know, what's called here samenleving. They like to be social. They like to think about the common good rather than like the personal interest. And they have this idea of normal, niet normal. They try to be like all about the same, you know. It reminds me a bit more about the communism, about this communistic, you know, period of time in Russia, but it's also in a good way. So everything has 2 sides. So Dutch people are very social thinking creatures, social thinking people, you know, compared to Americans. Americans are not that much. As I said, they have this desire to be normal, to not really stick out, you know, so much. They're not like Americans who just want to just say constantly, oh, be yourself, show your talent, achieve something, an American dream. No, they are not like that. They just do ma normal, you know, just be normal, just do like the rest, and don't try to, you know, be better than everyone or be too loud, you know, you're gonna be cut off. They have more trust in the government than America. Yes, it's good and bad. In the bad situations, in difficult situations, Dutch government comes in and protects people and helps people, give them the social security, but at the same time, like, everything works less smooth than in the States. Everything works slower, longer, because, you know, things work very fast and, you know, very much enjoyable when you pay for things, you know, when capitalism comes in. But unfortunately it's not the case here. But at the same time, as I said, it has its good side, you know, that, you know, government is really something you can rely on in case of a bad situation. And I know I have so many American friends who just, they're in a difficult situation in life. They are like, for instance, like a single mother, and she can't send her child to kindergarten. There's not enough help and support from the government. She has to do anything to survive, relying on her relatives. It's not really the case, seriously. If you don't have any relatives, if you're so poor, if you're in a difficult situation in the Netherlands, you can rely on the government. You can go to your city hall, you can say that, oh, I'm in trouble, I need this, and you will get those things. Yeah, of course, it doesn't come out of nowhere. It comes from our taxes, which are just crazy, which we pay crazy amount of. But yeah, that's, as I said, everything has 2 sides. But the next step is like salary growing with age. For me, it's pretty strange, but really, the older you get in the Netherlands, the higher your salary becomes. For me, it's kind of wrong, because, like, why would it be that way? You know, if you're talented, it doesn't matter if you're old or if you're very young, right out of school, or maybe, you know, didn't finish school at all. If you're super talented, if you're extraordinary, you can the company can benefit from that person. Like, who cares, really? But That's what Americans say and what I share. I love the saying because a lot of people in New York, when you say something, say, who cares? Yeah, and I love this freedom of thought and real freedom that I have experienced in the States, and there's nothing like that in the world, really, guys. And I loved it so much. The last point is Dutch people like to make people live more or less equal and mix neighborhoods. What do I mean when I say that? You can see a lot of times like a person who is, I don't know, like for instance working in the IT sector, or just having some kind of middle class position and some kind of cleaning lady. They can be neighbors, they can live just about the same. For instance, like a very nice apartment complex we're living in at the moment. It's not really subsidized by the government in any way, but we have another apartment complex right next to us. It's almost identical to the apartment complex we're living in, almost identical. Besides, they don't have a dishwasher or some other stuff. And apartments perhaps a little bit smaller, a little bit. And those are completely subsidized by the government. And people who don't have a job, who don't want to work, or who create stories to not work or try to trick government in that way, they just live there and they're enjoying themselves, you know. And for me it's so strange because, you know, my husband is talented, he has a job, you know, he's doing a lot of very special things, and some other people living next to us, maybe some of them deserve it. They have health issues, they have social problems, they are like, I don't know, whatever, like mentally, visually impaired, whatever the reason can be for that. But there are so many people who just don't really have such serious problems, but they just try to make the problems look serious. Like they have complaints, they make complaints that they have back pain and it's really hard to check, and they keep doing this for years. Like we have a lot of, unfortunately, parasites that just heavily sitting it on government's shoulders or even neck, you know, and parasiting, like in every country, of course. But unfortunately, Dutch government is so much tolerant to those people that they're living very close and having about the same lifestyle like those who actually pay most of their salary to provide for this lifestyle they have. Yeah, that's something what I don't really like, something that makes me angry, but it's just the way it is. And when it comes to mixing people among each other, what do I mean here? Neighborhoods. You can see a lot of times like social livings, very poor places, and nice houses right next to them. I really don't know like why they do that. I think it doesn't create anything but tension. Because these people really have nothing much in common. Maybe sometimes it helps people to easily relate to each other, to be able to have conversation, to just see beyond these financial boundaries. But at the same time, yeah, let's not lie to each other. These people have not much in common. And I think people who are a bit lower, you know, in terms of income, in terms of life achievement, it's good for them to see how other people, you know, have it better, and to strike for more, you know, to work for more, to challenge themselves, to say like, okay, you know, these guys have better jobs, better professions, and it's just amazing because I also want to be one of them. But unfortunately, yeah, it's not the case. Okay, moving to the American culture. Individualism. Yeah, of course, Americans are very individualistic. They are just for themselves, they put themselves first, and I really like this because I'm completely sharing this mentality. They are the way they are, and so pleasant. They believe in American dreams, you know. I've never heard of Dutch people talking so much about dreams and ambitions. They're not like that. They just enjoy simple things. They have beer, they work in the garden, and family time. They're, of course, in comparison to Americans, they're less ambitious. Americans believe in the hard work and achieving anything they want to achieve. While Dutch people, they believe that, oh, you have a natural talent. If you're inclined to be so talented and you can just do all kinds of interesting work, and you're going to be at university and you will achieve everything. If not, thanks, it's not, I'm sorry, it's not going to work, you know. But I completely disagree with that. I think that the hard work, you know, just will bring you anywhere. Dutch, like American people in comparison to Dutch people, the living area is more separated by classes, so you can come to a very expensive neighborhood and you hardly can see any social, very poor living there, and things like that. Also, when it comes to health, old age, all the risks in America, it's your responsibility, so you shouldn't really expect the government to babysit you all the time or spoon feed you like this. No, it's not possible. It's not going to be the case. You have to take your responsibility to care of your pension, of your future, of your health, of your risks yourself. While in Netherlands, really, we're treated like babies sometimes. I think we're fully protected, we're fully taken care of. And these are the differences I wanted to talk about today. And that's what the differences are. I like things there and here, and I see disadvantages and advantages in both countries. And tell me more if it was interesting for you to watch. Leave any comments, likes, dislikes, and see you in the next videos. Bye!